There was a pretty big announcement from the White House this morning from officials. They were, in fact, saying that crypto is going to go through some massive, massive growth following the passing of the market infrastructure bill. And the voting on that is supposed to take place this week, potentially. It may or may not, obviously. But I want to talk about how this could, in fact, affect ADA. We need to do some math because this suggestion that the crypto market is going to surge to $20 trillion following this bill is a pretty big deal. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, I'm sure some people will say, oh yeah, this just has to do with Bitcoin and it's all going to be into Bitcoin. And guys, it's not. The biggest thing that we need to remember is a lot of people, especially retail, they're somewhat fearful of crypto because it's quote unquote unregulated, because some people think it's a scam, because frankly, right now, most people are not paying attention. But once you actually have regulation and structure surrounding the crypto market, and again, that can go either in a good way or a bad way, retail is less hesitant to get in. It can actually be a thing that accelerates adoption. Some people have said that we need to see market structure before retail decides to get into the crypto market. Now, this $20 trillion surge would take us well beyond where we're at currently right now, guys, in terms of the total market cap of crypto. We're at $3.75 trillion. So you're talking about, what's that, about a 6x from where we're at currently. That would be a pretty big deal. But what I want to talk about is in relation to ADA, what that could mean for market cap. Now, let's just, for shits and giggles, say that ADA is going to remain exactly where it's at right now. 0.7% of the global market cap of crypto is currently ADA. So if we do in fact surge to this $20 trillion, what you're looking at is a $140 billion market cap in terms of ADA. Now, obviously that would suck, right? That's only what, a 5x from where we're at currently in terms of price. That would be a new all-time high. Just for a little bit of context, that'd be closing in on what's that? $3.80 or so. Now, here's the thing. Do we think that ADA is going to stay at 0.7% dominance? No, I think that we're much more on a track towards, 3, 4, 5% dominance. Is that going to happen? Well, we'll know later on in this market cycle. What I will say is we have a lot of, again, things working in our favor, and I won't go too much into it in this video, but again, spot ETF, midnight launch, interest from governments and enterprises. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can reference as a reason that ADA has a chance to gain even more dominance than it's had in market cycles past. But let's just say we climb to, 2% dominance. You're talking about a $400 billion market cap. All right. So the math for the projections for ADA price in this cycle are starting to come a lot more into scope. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean by the end of 2025, we're hitting $20 trillion. This could be 2026, 2027, 2030. Who knows? If you guys remember, the projections that we've discussed for this market cycle alone are $10 to $12 trillion in the total market cap of crypto. For the end of next market cycle, so 2029, 2030, they're talking about between $30 to $100 trillion. So the biggest thing I will say is we have a lot of growth ahead of us. And what's really helping ADA isn't even just the developments. It's the community. We have a community that has just absolutely insane levels of conviction that are so focused on the future that frankly are unwilling to dump their assets right now. And that's one of the reasons why ADA is performing as well as it has since that dip all the way back here in the later part of June. For example, just want to show you guys again, I know we talk about this quite often, but even last week was a $29.84 million ADA supply removal from exchanges. This has been such a consistent trend for a very long period of time, and this trend isn't slowing down. It's a question of will it? Or the other question is, first of all, first question is, when will it slow down? Second question is, will it actually slow down? It hasn't slowed down since the height of the last market cycle. And again, Cardano is a community that just has this, I don't want to say cult-like mentality, but cult-like mentality. It's a good thing when we talk about actually, moving prices higher. And it's a good thing we talk about actually building out the ecosystem, bringing more projects in, increasing daily active users. All right. We're at, I'll call it essentially the ground floor. We're just now at this point where Cardano has a huge opportunity to get off the ground, to get rolling in terms of adoption. And when there's actually ecosystem usage, what do we think that's going to do for ADA? Do we think this is something that can snowball? I really think it can. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.